Hello, lovely human. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Katie. I'm from Holistically Humble, and I thank you so much for being here and checking out this video. And if you're new, welcome. I am a registered holistic nutritionist, as well as a registered yoga teacher, and I am obsessed with all things health and wellness. You have landed on this video because you are interested in my 5 ways to help cleanse and detoxify your body in a more gentle approach. So this is a beginner gentle approach on how to live a healthy, holistic lifestyle. So let's get into the video. But before we fully get into the video, I would love it if you are not already subscribed, if you would take a second and subscribe to my YouTube channel, as well as if you like this video and you find it very informative or interesting, or just you want to share this information, I would love it if you gave it a thumbs up. This really helps spread my message to more people who want to learn about this stuff. Okay, now let's get into the video. I know I'll let you down. The first thing that I would suggest that you do to help to gently cleanse and detoxify your body is to stop putting toxins on top of your body. In this aspect, I'm going to talk about deodorant. So this is the deodorant that I currently use. And no, I did not jump from using, for example, Lady Speed Stick to this one that's way more natural. I did it in increments. And how this happened was that I learned about in my holistic nutrition program that the things you put on your body are absorbed. Why are they absorbed? Because your skin is an organ. It's the largest organ in your body, and it absorbs what you put on top of it. I didn't even know this before I got into holistic nutrition. I would douse myself in Ralph Lauren perfume all the time. I would use all of these scented things for my skin, moisturizer, body butter, like literally you name it, I was doing it. And I'm not putting myself down for when I did that. I didn't know any better. And then when I learned about how I could potentially detoxify and cleanse my body in a way where I'm not constantly bombarding it with toxins and chemicals, deodorant was a great way for me to start. So how would you start to do this? Again, I wouldn't necessarily say that you go from your current deodorant that you're using, whatever that is to you, to using 100% natural, because there is a cleansing process. Your deodorant may or may not have aluminum in it, which a lot of commercial brands actually have aluminum in it, and that's what helps stop the smell or the sweat. So when you are constantly putting it on your armpit all day, maybe even a few times every single day, then it's going to be absorbed into your body. So when you stop doing that, or you switch to, for example, an aluminum-free deodorant, such as Tom's, like this one here, then you will have this sort of cleansing and detoxifying process in your body. This is normal. You have to fight through this in order to be able to use an all-natural deodorant or a more natural deodorant than what you're currently using. What I do recommend to do this is potentially in the summertime, if this is okay for you, where you're really able to let your armpits air out, right? Because you know that going from what deodorant you're using now to one that has no aluminum in it, your body is going to need to detoxify the armpit glands, all of the glands that are in there, the little pores, everything, and it's gonna come out in the form of smelling. I don't want this to deter you from trying it. I definitely suggest and recommend to try it at least for 30 days and see how it goes. So again, I switched from Lady Speed Stick. I was an avid user of Lady Speed Stick. Once I learned about health and wellness and that I could potentially lessen the amount of toxic chemicals that were going into my body, I switched to Tom's deodorant. And then from there, I switched to an all-natural deodorant. I went right for it. I went for like the jar where you scoop it up and you put it underneath your armpit. And the main active ingredients in the more natural versions is baking soda. So it can be really beneficial for helping block the stank, if you will, your armpit smell. It's really good, like an antibacterial, antimicrobial. There's other things in the deodorant that also help with blocking the smell. So I definitely suggest switching to a more natural route and starting with aluminum free. The second way to help cleanse or detoxify your body on a daily basis, quite gently, is switching your toothpaste. So again, I'm speaking from my experience. I used to use Colgate all the time. Colgate whitening toothpaste all the time, every single day. That is what I used at least twice a day. And it was awesome. I felt like it made my teeth really nice and white and freshened my breath or whatnot, but it actually has fluoride in it. And fluoride is not really good for our bodies for many reasons, which I won't really touch base on now, but it is a chemical to our body and our system. We absorb things from our mouth, from our tongue, so when we're using that toothpaste that's filled with fluoride, it is going to absorb into your body. So again, small little gentle nudges in the right direction to potentially help cleanse and detoxify your body by switching your toothpaste would be maybe going from a Sensodyne toothpaste like this one here to a more natural one. Again, Tom's is a great one. It's gonna have less chemicals. There's toothpaste called Green Beaver, so it's still gonna foam up like your quote unquote normal commercial grade toothpaste, but it's not gonna have fluoride in it, and it's also not gonna have SLS in it, which is that foaming agent, which also is a chemical in your body. I now use this toothpaste, which is quite natural. It does still foam up, so it's awesome, and it's cinnamon flavor, which I never would have been into before, but I quite like now and I quite enjoy it. So it's another small, gentle nudge in the right direction to lessen the amount of chemicals and toxins you're putting onto your body, aka detoxifying and cleansing. The third tip I have for gently cleansing or detoxifying your body would be to switch your laundry detergent. So I want to start by saying that I'm not assuming that you're using all of these things, but I am trying to give my tips on how to, lessen the burden of the toxic load on your body. So with talking about detergent, oftentimes we see the commercial detergents on commercials like Tide and Downy. I don't even really know what the other ones are, but I advise you to read the ingredient list on those. Can you pronounce everything in that ingredient list? Do they even have an ingredient list, or are they trying to hide it? Like, I would go after those things just to see, what you're putting on your body. So when you think about it, you're washing your clothes in that detergent, and that detergent might have chemicals and toxins on it. Therefore, you go to wear those clothes that you've washed in that detergent, and you wear them on your body for, 10 to 16 hours a day, whatever it is for you. Everyone's different. And then you come home, you might change into other clothes that had it on it, as well as then get into bed, which you've washed your bedding in that detergent. So like I said before, your skin is a large organ and it's gonna absorb everything that you put on it. So you wanna make sure that you're using a good quality detergent. So I switched quite easily from using Tide powder every single time I washed my clothes to this detergent here. It's a liquid detergent. You can also find natural detergents, maybe like Nellie's in the form of pods, to help with lessening the toxic load on your body. Doesn't really make a difference to how your clothes are washed. They're still getting nice and clean, but you've now lessened that toxic load on your body. My fourth tip to gently cleansing and detoxifying your body would be to switch possibly from drinking tap water, which can unfortunately have quite a lot of contaminants in it, even though here in British Columbia, we are quite fortunate for how clean our water is and that we don't often use fluoride, depending on where you live, in the water. So that's great. But also going a step further, there's other contaminants in the water, like you would have no idea. But if you got the water tested, there might be like residues of pharmaceuticals and God knows what else. There's also chlorine, which helps kill the bacteria, and it doesn't care. It kills the good and the bad bacteria. So when you have chlorinated water, it enters your body and it's gonna kill good and bad bacteria. So what I recommend to, at the very least, is get rid of the chlorine. And how can you do that? Chlorine is a gas. So when you put it out on the counter, let's say you fill up a nice glass jar, like massive jar of water, tap water, and then you let it sit out on the counter. If you do that for about 30 minutes uncovered, it will essentially allow the chlorine to evaporate from the water. There we go. We've now at least made our water a little bit more better for when it enters our body. If you want to go one step further, I switched from drinking tap water all the time to a Brita filter. And then I went from the Brita filters to a Santavia filter, which adds more alkalinity to it. And then from there, I went to the larger Santavia filter, and now I'm on the Berkey filter, which I really love. I understand there's different price points, but in order to help benefit your body, first of all, by staying hydrated, but second of all, you are now lessening the toxic load, the toxic burden on your body by drinking a filtered water, or at the very least, you've allowed the chlorine to gas off the water by letting it sit out. My fifth tip to cleanse your body or detox just gently in a way that serves you and your body best would be to watch what you're using as your hair care product. So this goes from shampoo, conditioner, to hairspray, to dry shampoo, and whatever else you're using on your hair. Just be mindful. Your hair is attached to your scalp, which is attached to your skin, which therefore enters the body. So you, again, I recommend to read the ingredient list on the shampoo and conditioner bottle. Can you understand those ingredients? If you don't, probably shouldn't be putting it in your body. Are you able to switch to a more clean version? Again, without that SLS, which is a toxin to the body, which promotes that foaming stuff that goes on with your shampoo and conditioner. Can you find one that is SLS free, like this one? This is a more natural one. You can definitely go in more baby steps, but this one is something I really love. It's all natural. It does still have a nice foaming agent, but you're not stripping the oils away from your hair. You're actually putting oils back into your hair, which your body and your scalp needs. So this is just 5 of my tips to touch the surface on cleansing and detoxifying your body gently on a daily basis. I can obviously go way more in depth in all of these, but I did want to make it beginner friendly and not shock you. Although I do remember when I learned in holistic nutrition, I was pretty pissed off of how I didn't know about all of this. So if you're feeling a little bit of rage, I feel you. But not only that, maybe you just choose one. Maybe it's the water tip that you choose to be more mindful about. How can I make this more healthy for my body? It might be the detergent, the toothpaste, but just start somewhere. Thank you so much for being here. Again, please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not already. I have an Instagram at Holistically Humble. Please follow me there as well and give this video a thumbs up. I will see you in next week's video. I hope you all have an amazing day, evening, whenever you're watching this, and I will see you soon. Peace, love, and avocados.